I never said. There are dreams we built together, dancing in my head. There are seasons of forgetting and remembering again. But through it all, the love remains my oldest friend. It's the kind of love that doesn't need to speak to be profound, the kind that wraps around you without making a sound, the kind that sees your soul and knows it through and through, the kind that says I'm here in everything you do, because love like this isn't bound by clocks or chains. It flows like rivers through the joy and through the pains. It echoes in the laughter and the tears we both have cried. It multiplies the moments, never satisfied. Eternal echo of the love that time can't break. Eternal echo, every breath, every wake of the promises we whispered in the midnight air. Eternal echo, always there. Eternal echo in the silence I can hear. Eternal echo, drawing ever near, no matter where the roads may lead us far apart. Eternal echo lives within my heart. Somewhere in the spaces between heartbeats and stars, somewhere beyond the reach of hours and scars, there is a place where all our yesterdays align, where every I love you echoes for all time. This is for the mornings when I wake up to your ghost, for the evenings when I need you the most, for the way your memory wraps me like a song, for the knowing that our love has always belonged. It's not goodbye, it's see you in the echoes. It's not forever lost, it's forever in the meadows of memory and spirit, where no ending can be found, where love transcends the earth, it rises from the ground. So I'll carry you with me in every step I take, in every risk I venture, in every choice I make, because eternal isn't just a word, it's who we are. Two souls connected under the same guiding star, echoing, echoing through eternity. Our love eternal, eternal echo of the love that time can't break. Eternal echo, every breath, every wake of the promises we whispered in the midnight air. Eternal echo, always there. Eternal echo in the silence I can hear. Eternal echo, drawing ever near, no matter where the roads may lead us far apart. Eternal echo lives within my heart. Eternal echo, never fading, always true. Eternal echo. Eternal echo. Eternal echo. There are moments frozen in the fabric of my mind, moments when your laughter chased away the night, moments when our hands would find each other in the dark, moments that ignited every single spark. Even though the miles stretch and the seasons turn to dust, even though the years have woven lines of rust, your voice still lingers in the quiet. Broken beautiful, every crack tells a story. Broken beautiful, That's what makes me me. Broken beautiful, broken beautiful in every piece. I've got scars that map the places where I broke. I've got edges that are jagged from the words I never spoke. I've got memories etched deep in every line upon my face. I've got history in every empty space. I used to hide the parts that didn't fit the frame. I used to paint over the marks of all my shame. I used to think perfection was the only way to shine. I used to think my value was defined by looking fine. But then I saw the beauty in the things that weren't complete, in the kintsugi vessels with their gold and seemed so sweet, in the stories of survival written on the human soul, in the way the light comes through the places we can't control. And now I'm learning to embrace what I cannot erase, to see the masterpiece within my own imperfect space, to understand that every fracture holds a kind of grace that makes the ordinary into something sacred. Broken beautiful, that's the way I'm made. Broken beautiful, in the light and in the shade. Every scar a testament, every wound a sign of the battles that I won, of the life that's truly mine. Broken beautiful, with the cracks that let me see. Broken beautiful, the real authentic me. No more hiding, no more shame. I'm owning every part. Broken beautiful, that's the work of art. There are days when looking in the mirror feels like war, when the flaws I see are screaming even louder than before, when the weight of expectation makes it hard to stand up straight, when I question if my brokenness is just my fate. But then I think of all the souls who paved the way before, who carried their own fractures through so many heathen wars, who turned their pain to purpose, their hurt to healing art, who showed me that the beauty lives right in the broken heart. And now I'm writing my own story in the lines upon my skin, celebrating every lesson that the suffering brings in, understanding that the imperfections are my strength, that the mosaic of my life is beautiful and late, because the light shines brightest through the thinnest parts of glass. The stories that endure are those that bear the lasting scars. The souls that touch the deepest are the ones that dare to show the broken beautiful truth that helps the others grow. Broken beautiful, that's the way I'm made. Broken beautiful, in the light and in the shade. Every scar a testament, every wound a sign of the battles that I won, of the life that's truly mine. Broken beautiful, with the cracks that let me see. Broken beautiful, the real authentic me. No more hiding, no more shame. I'm owning every part. Broken beautiful, that's the work of art. This is for the parts of me I used to hate, for the awkward, for the different, for the overweight, for the stutters in my speaking, for the tears I couldn't hide, for the fears that kept me frozen, for the dreams I set aside. This is for the childhood wounds that never fully healed, for the times I felt rejected, for the pain I couldn't heal. This is for the body that I learned to finally love, for the spirit that kept rising, set from up above. I'm not a flawless diamond, I'm a mold that ain't made of stone, but every piece together makes a beauty of its own. I'm not pretending anymore, I'm not wearing any mask. I'm celebrating every fracture, every single test that shaped me into someone who can hold another hand, who can broken in a way that's truly grand? Who can see the gold in every scar that life has drawn? Who can love the imperfections from the dusk until the dawn? Broken beautiful, I'm broken and beautiful, and that's my power, that's my life. Broken beautiful, that's the way I'm made. Broken beautiful, in the light and in the shade, every scar a testament, every wound a sign of the battles that I won, of the life that's truly mine. Broken beautiful, with the cracks that let me see. Broken beautiful, the real authentic me. No more hiding, no more shame, I'm open every part. Broken beautiful, that's the work of art. Broken beautiful, I'm beautiful flawed. Broken beautiful, celebrate, celebrate. Broken beautiful, in every piece. I got scars that map the places where I broke. I've got edges that are jagged from the words I never spoke. I've got memories etched deep in every line upon my face. I've got history in every empty space. I used to hide the parts that didn't fit the frame. I used to paint over the marks of all my shame. I used to think perfection was the only way to shine. I used to think my value was defined by looking fine. But then I saw the beauty in the things that weren't complete, in the kintsugi vessels with their golden seams so sweet, in the stories of survival written on the human soul, in the way the light comes through the places we can't control. And now I'm learning to embrace what I cannot erase, to see the masterpiece within my own imperfect space, to understand that every fracture holds a kind of grace that makes the hold on tight through the storm that's coming. Hold on tight to the hope that's running deep inside, deep inside. Hold on tight. There are days when everything feels uncertain, when the path ahead is blurred and the curtain of doubt hangs heavy over what you thought you knew. And every step you take feels like it's pulling you into the unknown, where the solid ground gives way, where the plans you made dissolve like morning spray, where the questions multiply and the answers hide, where it's harder to keep faith and to just decide to let go of the struggle and the endless fight, to trust that even in the dark there's guiding light, to believe that every wave that crashes on the shore is shaping something stronger than it was before. And I know the waiting isn't easy when you can't see what's on the other side, but I've learned that holding on through seasons is how we learn to truly abide. So when the winds are howling and the night is deep, I remember all the promises seem to stay. I face the mirrors that reflected yesterday. I've questioned every choice and every road I've taken. I felt the weight of dreams that almost got forsaken. But every time I thought the rope was slipping from my hands, every time I thought I couldn't maybe stand, something deeper than my fear would rise within, a quiet knowing that the dawn would soon begin. Now I see that holding on isn't just surviving, it's the active choice of truly thriving. It's the muscle that gets stronger with each trial. It's the fire that burns brighter mile after mile. Because the breakthroughs don't come easy, they come after nights of prayer. They come after wrestling with the heavy. They come after becoming aware that the holding is the growing and the waiting is the knowing that the promise isn't broken, it's just slowly being shown. Hold on tight to the hope that never dies. Hold on tight to the tears in your eyes when the world is spinning and you can't find your feet. Hold on tight, the morning's coming soon. Hold on tight to the faith that sees you through. Hold on tight, there's a purpose pulling you from the depths of uncertainty to higher ground. Hold on tight, your breakthrough will be found. When you feel like letting go, when the current's pulling strong, when you think you can't hold longer and the night's feeling wrong, remember every storm that passed before. Remember every door that opened more. Remember that the testing of your faith produces something beautiful and great. Hold on tight to the truth that sets you free. Hold on tight to the light that you can see. Hold on tight to the promise in your heart. Hold on tight, you're never falling apart. This is not the end of your story. This is just the part where you get glory. This is where the weak becomes the strong. This is where you learn the victory song. So lift your eyes above the waves, lift your voice above the grave of doubt and fear and what ifs that confine. The breakthrough is coming. Right on time. Hold on, hold on. The dawn is breaking. Hold on, your heart is waking to the beauty of the journey, to the power of the fight, to the certainty of morning after the longest night. Hold on tight to the hope that never dies. Hold on tight through the tears in your eyes when the world is spinning and you can't find your feet. Hold on tight, the morning's coming sweet. Hold on tight to the faith that sees you through. Hold on tight, there's a purpose pulling you from the depths of uncertainty to higher ground. Hold on tight, your breakthrough will be found. Hold on tight through every trial and test. Hold on tight. Hold on tight. I will rise again, stronger than I've ever been. Rise again, rise again. Watch me rise again. I've been knocked down more times than I can count. Felt the ground beneath me giving way somehow. Every dream I built came crashing to the floor. Every door I opened led to something more. But every time I hit the bottom of the well, every time the darkness seemed to cast its spell, I found a spark inside that refused to die. I found the will to look up at the sky. It's not about how many times you fall, it's about the standing up after it all. It's not about the bruises that you wear, it's about the strength that gets you there. And I know the road is rugged and the nights are long and cold, but I've learned that every story of a hero ever told was written in the rising after every single fall. So I'm gathering my pieces and I'm answering the call. I will rise again from the ashes of my pain. I will rise again, breaking every single chain that tried to hold me down, that tried to keep me small. I will rise again and I'll be standing tall. I will rise again with the fire in my soul. I will rise again, taking back complete control of the life that I was meant to live and love. I will rise again, sent from above. There were moments I believed a lie, that this time I wouldn't make it through alive. There were seasons where the weight was just too much, where surrender seemed the only human